Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Provost Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union,
Good morning, Huntsville.
All right, here we go. Welcome in, Karen. Oh, you know what? I got you muted. I didn't mean to have you muted, I promise. Look, I didn't even have your microphone on.
Totally
Yeah, I know. I always like to leave one thing out in the
Yes.
morning. It's always a lot of fun to just forget one thing, right? Good to see you.
You too.
Happy Monday.
Another non-mimosa Monday. Here we are.
What's in here? Let me no, yeah, you
Coffee.
didn't feel. I thought I'd put a little Luck of the Irish in there, but not this morning. Hey, well, welcome in as we get rolling on another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. We hope that all of you had a very wonderful and blessed weekend. A lot going on in our community over this last weekend, and we'll talk more about that in a few moments. As we do get started at episode 474, which doesn't seem
Wow.
like it. I know I say that every morning, but it seems like we were just on here in January saying, wow, it's a new year, and now March is coming to
Yep.
an end.
That's right. Almost April.
Spring break over. Of course, you and I always joke. There's no spring break in our vocabulary.
Nope.
It's like spring double work, it seems
Exactly.
like.
Yes.
And now we wind down March, and boy, April is right around the horizon as well. So we'll be talking about a lot of great things. And I love this time of the year because there's so many wonderful events happening here. We have our good friend Viola Hollis joining us this morning from the Walker County Fair Association. Excited to talk to her and get some updates
Yes.
on how great the fair is going to be this year. It's always great every year. And we'll talk to Viola here in just a little bit. Hey, as we do get started, big thank you to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs. Go see my good friend Elliot Herzlich. He's been in this community a long time and taking care of you, getting guys out of trouble. Or
That's right.
getting us out of trouble, but getting us financially in trouble
Right.
is the motto for me. So,
But if you went to Safe House Bingo Saturday, you had the chance to win a diamond that Mr. Elliott donated. He's always so good about doing things like that for Safe House and every other nonprofit in the area. So we really appreciate him. Thank you, Elliott, for all you do.
we appreciate you, Elliot. Karen, I was going to ask you about that because, you're always smiling, but the smile isn't as big as I was hoping for on Monday.
Well, I didn't win the
That's
purse.
exactly right.
Well, I can't play because I'm on the board, but Russell could play, and he didn't win it either. So
See, he could
there's
play,
that.
and then he could shift it over to you. Great time, though. I know Matt Childers did an awesome job emceeing that event, and Safe House, always a great organization to support and be a part of. And, we've said this so many times on the show over the last 2 years, but you wish that these organizations didn't have to exist because
definitely.
of the needs that they have to serve. And but they do a great job, and the reality is there are women out there and some men. They do service some men, but primarily women that need help, and Safe House is doing such an incredible job giving back and helping people out in some of their darkest times. And especially, you hear so much news, it seems like recently, with children getting involved in situations, and your heart goes out to the children, especially, and to families that are going through tough situations. But that's what I love about Safe House. They're doing things right. They're giving back. And our good friend Tammy Farkas over there, boy, she has just been rocking and rolling, and all the staff over there too. So we appreciate each and every one of them. As always, here on this non-Mimosa Monday.
Again.
Yeah, whatever happened
Hint,
to
hint, anyone that wants to bring some mimosas.
Val, where you at? Where's our friend Val
I
at?
know.
We need Val to come over here. Big thank you, as always, to our foundation support. We keep the content on our website free. We're never going to charge for that. And, of course, this show, and we're able to do that because of our foundation sponsors, including Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union serving Walker County since 1957. You guys have all my accounts still. I'm sorry I don't have much in them. Maybe one day.
That's okay.
We
got loans, and we like loans.
I was thinking about, just going over to a small town and, not like demanding money, but just asking for money. Go to a small bank in a small town and be like, hey, can y'all just hook me up with like $30,000?
Yeah.
I don't know if
okay, Rob, sure.
Hey, this is a serious question. Would you get in trouble if you walk in and just ask for money? Like, not in a threatening way, but just like, hey, I need $30,000. Or is there like a red button that y'all would push?
No, we'd say the loan applications are right there. Just fill that out, and we'll be right with you.
There you go. Go get your loan, just like we did over at Walker County Federal. I've been driving Bridget's little Santa Fe this past week because my truck has been in the shop. It was almost at 60,000 miles, and there's an issue with some F-150s. When you slow down, the transmission knocks real hard.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Well, no, here's the deal, is it's under warranty before 60,000 miles, and they did a recall on all these transmissions. Well, guess what? My transmission wasn't on the recall list for whatever reason. But they told me to go ahead and bring it in, and they said it will be covered under warranty. So I'm getting that taken care of. Unfortunately, I love our local people. I normally go to Bill Fick for a lot, but they were pretty backed up over there, so I had to go to Madisonville and have it serviced there. But they do great work as well, and I'm hoping I get my truck back this week.
Yes.
I'm missing my truck. 'Cause I'm
having one vehicle with two little ones and two people having two jobs, that's a lot for one car.
Well, good news is Rick Boning, Tomorrow's Promise, let me borrow the candy truck.
Oh, good.
And actually, Bridget.
Yeah, Rick has a bunch of cars.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Bridget he can spare one.
Bridget was actually borrowing the truck. So if you drove by Creekside and you saw the candy truck there every single day, I promise the residents weren't getting those frozen Skittles. But we gave his truck back because the dealership up there said, hey, we got a little rental if you guys want to borrow it. And so I picked it up this weekend, and Bridget's going to be driving that. But man, I'm ready to get my truck back.
I bet.
It's like those little SUVs are fun to drive because you can zip in and out, but they're not built for my frame. And it's
I like my little SUV. I can get anywhere in it.
Do you grunt when you get in and out of your car? You're like, oh, do you do that?
No.
I do it every time I get in and out of a car. I was like, what? I'm only 40.
You're too young for that.
I'm almost 41, and I'm sitting here grunting, getting in and out of and getting out. You shouldn't do it in the truck, but this little SUV, it's kind of low. And whenever we went to Kroger yesterday to get groceries, and I got out.
You didn't go to Costco?
Didn't go to Costco. No.
Wow.
Didn't go to Costco.
Write that down.
Did not. We normally go on Sundays. Didn't go this Sunday. And I got out of that car. We had the kids with us. We just got out of church and just ate, and we went over to Yummy Yummy, which was always good. And I got out, and as soon as I got out, I was like, oh, like that. Some lady was across and stared at me, and my wife's like, quit grunting like that. She just stared at us, thought something was wrong with you. So it was a good weekend though. What did you do? I know a lot going on. You were at the bingo we talked about, but what else? You got a little R&R yesterday?
I did. Saturday, I met Tammy at the LSC to help her set up and decorate, and Alpha Chi Omega sorority was there. There were probably, I don't know, maybe 40 girls there that always help out Safe House and help us promote things and raise money, and they were all there. So really, they got most of everything done. They were, Johnny on the spot. You could pick up something, and they'd come say, hey, let me help you with that. And so they helped set up. And anyway, we had a great turnout, and it was good. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we are finally this week, I got a hold of our friends over at Senior Villages of Huntsville and also Parkview Place Apartments. Over the last few weeks, we've been gathering items to take to senior citizens. And we actually wrapped up that campaign about 2 weeks ago, and then sickness hit our family and just different timing. We weren't able to go deliver it. But this week, we are finally going to deliver those items on Thursday, so we're looking forward to that. Tuesday, we wrapped up our Heart for Casa campaign a couple of weeks ago as well. And so Tuesday, Elliot and I are heading over there to present a check to Casa. And we appreciate the generous support. So many folks turned out to be a part of that again this year. And got some really beautiful jewelry and some rosebud vases from Hartfield Florists. So it was a great campaign. Didn't raise as much as we did last year. This year, $700, but that's still going to go a long way.
Oh yeah, any little bit helps those places like that for sure.
So we appreciate everybody for doing that. And we're working on a couple of things that I'll announce a little bit later on in this show for our Spirit Radio FM. We've made a little bit of progress on that. Many folks have asked how they can get involved, and and help bring that over the FM airwaves on 94.3, and we're getting close to finally having everything wrapped up to where people can be a part of that now. So we've already got the construction license to build it. You just can't build it without the funds. And you know me, I don't like asking for money. So, but we've got some great ideas down the road that are going to be a good part of that. So, a lot else going on too. I've been noticing some great things. I know you're super connected to rodeo over there with Delphina, and that karaoke seems like it's really taken off. I'm seeing, we see all the hospital bond signs. I'm seeing almost as many signs for karaoke in people's yards that Delphina has now.
Yeah, we got it going on at rodeo. Monday night, bingo, so we hope to see everyone tonight. Not bingo, trivia is on Monday. Wednesday is bingo, and Thursday is karaoke. So, and I've been able to make it out there a couple of nights for the karaoke, and it's fun. Yeah.
Those
you can sing well, or even if you can't, and
No. Let's go back. If you can sing well, please don't show up.
Yeah, make everybody else look bad.
It ruins it for people that really just want to have fun. So there's reality TV shows for you called The Voice, American Idol. Try out for those.
Right.
Especially if you're from Huntsville, we're going to support you. But if you're that good, please don't sing karaoke at rodeo. Make us all look bad.
Right. I don't sing, though, so you won't see me singing.
We used to sing, man. This was Dayton back in the day. We would sing R. Kelly, which I have limited respect for that dude. No respect for that dude now. We don't get political on the show, but we all know what happened to him. And then Notorious B.I.G.
Yes.
And then we throw in Hank Williams Jr. So it's a good mix of.
That is a mix.
It's a good mix
Yes.
of everything. I haven't did that in a long time.
You should come up and sing.
Thursday
night.
If you would do karaoke, what would you sing, Karen?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know because that's not a gift of mine, singing, so I don't even know. But I'd have to have a whole lot of mimosas before I would even attempt it.
All right, Val, get ready, Val. We're going to make that happen. So, well, hey, stay with us. We got some great things happening today. And by the way, we are giving away Cafe Texan gift cards. Big thank you to Vance Howard and our friend Tiffany Gobble over at Cafe Texan. More cards came in, and so we'll be giving those away. Go ahead and do us a favor. We don't have the keyword yet today. But I'll tell you what, just text in your name on our 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Text in your name. That's all we need right now. Again, that number 936-339-0139. And we'll call a winner at the end of the show. So a lot of Cafe Texan.
I just thought of a good word, though.
What is it?
Rodeo.
There you go.
Because it's rodeo time.
Rodeo.
So.
All right. Well, keyword is rodeo. So text in rodeo. Yep. I like that. Text in the keyword rodeo. And we'll be sure to get you entered in. We'll call you at the end of the show. Remember, you got to answer to win. And
that's right.
Boy, we had about 40 or so text messages come in last week, and 3 or 4 people didn't answer the phone.
And if you don't answer, you don't win.
And if you don't when they don't answer, that's when we're giving away $10,000. And so they just happen to not answer. And so instead of the money, we had to give away a Cafe Texan gift card. Sorry,
which is just as good.
When I first started this show, I felt terrible because I told someone, I said, we had this generous donor wanted to help us get started. We had $100,000 we were giving away, and you didn't answer the phone. I called them and pranked them. They got up, literally started crying on the phone. And I said, I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. We really didn't. It was like a $20 gift card. All right.
That was mean.
Yeah, sorry. If you're still watching, maybe not. Hey, let us know you're out there too real quick before we take that first break. Many of you are already joining us this morning. And do us a favor. Help us start the week off on a great note. Comment in and let us know what you're thankful for this week and what you're looking forward to this week. And a big thing, please hit that like and share button. You guys have no idea how far that goes. In fact, our show last Monday, almost 1,200 views, which was incredible for a Monday because many of you shared the broadcast. So thank you for doing that as we continue to promote the good happening here in this wonderful community. We'll step aside. We'll take a brief break. Viola joins us on the other side. Stay with us. More to come here on this very
non-Mimosa Monday.
We'll be back in a moment. It's brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union. Stay with us, please, friends.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success, too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Big news, Huntsville. The grand opening of Huntsville Executive Office Suites is happening Wednesday, March 27th, starting at 4 p.m. Join us at 2503 Lake Road for an evening of celebration with great food, live music, and entertainment for the whole family. Tour our premier office spaces, meet the team, and see why Huntsville Executive Office Suites is the perfect place for your business to thrive. Don't miss this exciting event. Bring your friends and family, and let's celebrate together. Visit HuntsvilleWorkspace.com for more details. We'll see you March 27th at 4 p.m. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Deneen with Guardian Defense, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit
94.3. All right, friends, welcome back. 58 degrees, a little fair this morning. Felt good outside. Walked in the studio, and here's like a sauna. Karen and I don't like the heat. And I opened the door, and there was this gust of literally hot air. So I tried to get it out of here, but I didn't do a very good job. It's 58 degrees right now. How about 81 today? Clouds will decrease tonight, clear and 60. Boy, we're going to be getting close to 90 degrees tomorrow. 87, and then we'll have a little push of a cold front come through. Rain back in the forecast Thursday, Friday, and also through the weekend, but we're going to wish that away. We're not going to have any rain because we have a really exciting event coming up here in Huntsville, something that I think is just such an important culture of this community, and folks that do such a great job with our Walker County Fair Association and the Fair and Rodeo, and none other than first-time guest Viola Hollis joining us. Welcome in, Viola.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been good. I was talking to my buddy Sidney Grisham, and I said, can we get someone on from the fair? And he said, well, Rob, I got the right person for you. And I do a bad Sidney Grisham accent, but he goes, I got the right person for you. She's doing a fine job. And here she is, the president of the Walker County Fair Association.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you. How are
you.
things going on a Monday?
Doing great. A little tired.
Yeah?
Getting ready for this fair. We're really excited about it.
Not much going on, right? I mean, it's just you just wake up, you plan it, and then it's over, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We started this week.
Yeah, right. This is you guys started like 40 years ago. Well, this is an exciting time in our community, and as I said, it is such a huge part of the culture and the fabric. I think what makes any community great is its culture, and Huntsville has such a unique culture of just good, down-to-earth people that are working hard and taking care of each other. We'll talk more about the Fair Association, which is an epitome of our culture here. But before we dig into that, tell us a little bit about you. I know growing up here all but 2 days, right?
Yes, I've been here this year. October will be 47 years. I was born at the Doctor's Hospital in Conroe. Was there for 2 days, but the rest of it I've been here. So, and actually on the same 25 acres.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, I couldn't. I'm a big old wimp. Couldn't leave my folks, and just built a house right 10 acres, 15 acres away from them.
Hey,
so.
that's enough separation, That's good.
It's great to have them right there.
It is, something that's so special. The people make Huntsville so great. Maybe just tell us what you've loved about just being here in this community and what you've seen over the years that have made it such a great place for you.
My dad is loves Walker County. I mean, anytime that we go anywhere, you go out of town, he's like, oh, Lord, get me back to Walker County. Let me kiss the ground of Walker County, So I've just been raised to love Walker County. And then you go other places and you just realize how different, we all have our little problems here and there, but for the most part, everyone supports everyone and wants people to do well. So I just, if I break down here, I know there's about 10 people that are going to see me and maybe pull over to help me. I love Walker County.
We broke down one time, outside the area, and I told my wife, we didn't break down. Let me correct this. I had a little Kia Optima back then, and it had been raining, and there was a driveway at a convenience store that had a huge, I can't even think, like a pothole in it, but it was covered with water. Well, I drove off of it, and so my tires were they were in the water, and my car wouldn't go. And we had just came here. I didn't know because I was so used to the hustle and bustle of Central Texas. I said, man, nobody. So we're going to have to call like AAA or something, And I said, nobody's going to help us. And then as soon as I said that, this guy rolls up in a truck with a rope. He's like, let's get you out, buddy. Yeah. And I was like, this is where we're staying. And I wanted to mention something too, Viola. It was really cool. I love chatting with people and getting to know them a little bit because there's always a connection, or it's always a small world. And you mentioned your daddy, and I had a chance of meeting him. Just a sweet man.
Yes.
It was so neat when I first came back here. We were gone for a year, and we came back, and I was looking for a place to do Hello Huntsville, and I met your dad as he's got that little business, little office park over there. Very sweet man.
He is. Both of my parents are really sweet people.
Well, that's good. Well, it's part of your upbringing, being around family, and maybe that kind of alluded to what you do now. Tell us about the journey to being involved with the Walker County Fair Association as the president now.
So it started, I did not show at the fair. I didn't grow up showing in the fair, but started. A friend of mine was over the Scramble Heifer Committee, and he asked me to come and be the treasurer. And so came out there, was a treasurer, and then they talked to me about being director, and I was able to get voted on as director, and then the next year got voted on executive director, and then the next year was voted as treasurer, and I was treasurer for 2 years, and then I was lucky enough to be president for this is my third year.
Was any of it along the way? We joke on the show all the time about Huntsville being voluntold.
It is.
Were you voluntold?
It is very much voluntold. Very much. I do love it. I do love it.
Well, it is great. You know, I was talking to you on the phone when we had first talked, and this was, I guess, a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling you about just how much I loved our rodeo that we had in Georgetown. It was the second oldest, 75 years. Unfortunately, they don't have it anymore. And when I came to Huntsville, that's something that really drew me in because our family had a lot involvement with that rodeo for many, many years. But one thing that I love about what happens here and what y'all do is it's not just a little 2 or 3 day event. I mean, this goes on. There's already things happening right now leading up to the actual fair. Let us know kind of what's been going on before we really get things going on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, so, we do all of the sign-ups. Most of them are online. Mutton Bustin' and Little Tykes is online right now, so they can go online and sign their kiddos up for that. We have our parade on Thursday. We had our county roping last Sunday. So that's always really exciting because it's some of the county ropings around you can enter if you're in this county or your county touches our county. But for Walker County, we do Walker County only. So that's really good to see everybody that come out and rope. It was really sunny. And then, we've just been planning for the fair. It's so exciting to see. There's so many volunteers. We have over 350 volunteers.
Wow.
I mean, we have a lot of people that come out and help get ready for the fair and for these kids, because that's what it's all about. That's all that matters is these kids learning and growing. And, these are life skills that'll take them throughout their career for the rest of their lives. So.
Yeah, and y'all have such a great website, too. I encourage people this morning. I'm showing it up there on the screen for those of you that may be listening on Spirit Radio this morning. The website, walkercountyfair.com. I looked through there's 3 or 4 pages of things that are going on. We could have a whole month dedicated to what you guys are doing. But Thursday is really when things get rolling with the annual parade. Let us know a little bit about that.
It is. The parade starts at 7 and goes through downtown, and then everything kicks off Friday. We start Friday. We have the rodeo, of course, at 7. And then we have karaoke this year. It's our first year for the karaoke.
There you go, Karen.
We have karaoke Friday night, and then we have opening ceremonies Saturday at noon. And then Saturday night we have the rodeo again, and then we have Derek Spence. He's been here a couple of times here in town. He's really good. He'll be there Saturday night. And then Sunday we have our 3rd annual youth rodeo.
Awesome.
So that's exciting. And then our livestock shows start on Sunday, so there's 4 days of that.
Do y'all do the little? I remember as a kid, I always enjoyed. We would go out and chase little cows, and they'd put rubber bands on them with money. Do y'all do anything like that?
No, we don't do that. We do a calf scramble in the middle of the rodeo. So there's 2 nights of the calf scramble. They've already they sign up for that. They pre-register for that, and then they go out there and do the calf scramble. I believe it's right after the county roping portion of the rodeo.
My children are finally at that. This sounds rude because I don't want to say they're never not fun, but when the little ones are first born, it's just crying and
they're just there,
pooping and all that stuff that you're like, come on, let's just fast forward a little bit. My children are fine, and then once they get past that, you're like, oh, I miss that. But my little ones now are at the age to where we're going to come out this year. I think they're really going to enjoy it. I know they will. So
we'd love to see you. There's lots of things. There's a petting zoo. There's a great petting zoo. Sam Oak is the chair of that. And every year they do a great job of that. He has a great group of volunteers. You can walk through. It's free of charge to walk through the petting zoo. There'll be some of the livestock in the barn. The scramble heifers move in Thursday. So and then throughout the week there's more that move in.
You mentioned earlier, again, Viola Hollis joining us this morning. She's the president of the Walker County Fair Association. You mentioned earlier just about how it benefits the youth of Walker County. Can you explain just a little bit more about those kind of things? I know scholarships and things and what they learn.
Yes, so we have, of course, the sales. So Thursday night is the premium livestock sale, and then Saturday is the freezer sale and the non-livestock sale. So, of course, from that, all the valuable lessons they learn from record keeping, keeping something alive if it's livestock, all of those things. And then, of course, we have the scholarships. We have several different scholarships that we award that they can go and apply for. We're actually in that process right now. This year is the first year that we're doing the scholarships online, where you can submit them online. So if you're a senior and you've been an exhibitor at the fair, you can, some of them have certain criteria on it, like the rodeo one, you have to have been, involved somewhat in the rodeo, and then there's different criteria on them. I think there's a rabbit one where you had to have shown rabbits, but there's several, and then a general fair one, so.
We had a question someone was asking about, I'm just looking through the comments here, about the sales. Do they have to pre-register? Can they just show up? How does that work? They said they've heard about it, but they've never been before.
To be a buyer, you just show up and you walk in, and we have the paddles. So this year, King Ranch Ag and Turf actually is sponsoring our paddles.
Oh, cool.
So you can just come in and give them your name and then have a seat. We have a buyer's dinner that starts at 5:30 that Mid-South does for us. They actually provide all of the food, and they provide the volunteers to come and serve.
Wonderful. Well, more information, again, is online at walkercountyfair.com. A wonderful event, part of the fabric of Huntsville, and not just Huntsville, but all of Walker County. People do. They come in from, and I think that sometimes gets lost in translation. People come in from all over the place to be a part of this every year.
They do. It's a PRCA rodeo, so we have a lot of that. And then the last weekend is the barbecue cook-off, so we have lots of fun things. But all through the week, the carnival's there. They do a really good job. The vendors that come, there's good food there. We have a pre-K day and a kindergarten day where they bring lots and lots of children. All over the place. It's very scary. I don't see how people are teachers, because I would be scared they would all go in separate directions.
I don't see how people are parents. And I'm a parent.
I don't see how I would be so nervous of that many children, but they do a great job. We're very, very lucky with all the volunteers that we have. We have a really great board. Our volunteers are amazing. They come out there. There's all year long. It's not just this time of year. There's so much that goes into it. And then, of course, our sponsors, we couldn't do it without them. We have really great sponsors that come back year after year. Our donors are the buyers that come to the sale, we have core group, and then we have, we just have so many people that help the youth of Walker County.
Viola, you'd mentioned, over 300 volunteers, and maybe somebody's watching this morning that says, I want to be the 301st. What can people do to connect with the Fair Association? How can they get involved, and maybe what are some areas they can help and serve in? So we, usually they contact one of us or the fair office. It's WCFA@WalkerCountyFair.com. Say they would like to be a volunteer, and then maybe give us some, when I call them, give us some guidelines of what you want to do. Are you interested in the livestock? Are you interested in helping with admissions? Are you interested in helping with the rodeo? Certain things, and then we kind of go to the committees and see what their needs are. Perfect. Well, it sounds like there is plenty of opportunities to serve. There's plenty to do. So a lot going on. Final question. It's been so enlightening having you on today, and I'm just so thrilled about what y'all do. It's such hard work, and when you see these folks, I know Viola was joking a while ago saying, no, we just plan it and it happens. It's a year-round type
It's
planning.
Year-round. As soon as we're finished, you have to start planning for the next year, and we keep a list of things that we think we could do better. Every year we want to improve. We want to make it a better experience for the exhibitors. And we start all over. It's just keeps on going, keeps getting better. Yes. My final question for you, Viola, you've been involved, as you said, basically since you were a youth, growing up in this community and now serving as the president. I asked you earlier what you love about this community and what makes this area so special. So I'll kind of reframe the question, but focused on the Fair Association, especially the rodeo. What have you really enjoyed over the years, and some things that you have seen that have just really stood out and meant a lot to you about this event that happens every year? I think for me personally, I didn't show in the fair, and so when I first came out to the fairgrounds, there was a little bit of chatter about that I wasn't involved in the fair, and I don't have any children, but there's no reason really for me to be out there, is what I was told. But everyone just welcomes you in. You get on a committee and then you're with these people nonstop. Especially, I'm on a couple of different committees, but like right now it's really intense. We're on the rodeo committee, and it's just a great group of people, and people that you probably would have never been around, you know, in different settings. You just grow really close to people because you're working really hard together, and you're working for the community, you know, for the youth of Walker County. So it's pretty great.
Well, Viola, again, y'all do such incredible work, and I want to encourage folks, when you see these great people in our community, go up and tell them you appreciate them and thank them for keeping rodeo alive here in Walker County. It is such an important thing. My mom has the Cowboy Channel, and she watches rodeos every single night. And I guess the San Antonio one, you know, the Houston one's going on, but the San Antonio one was a few weeks ago. Well, she came to visit me, and she said, "Son, do you get the Cowboy Channel?" And I said, "Mom, I don't know, but I said, if I don't, I'm going to get it." And I found it for $9 a month, and I got it from Mom. It was a $9 investment to keep my mama happy while she was staying with me over the weekend.
That's smart on your part.
Yeah. All right. Well, there she is, Viola Hollis. Great work, Viola. Thank you all, and thank all the other volunteers that help. So.
Yeah, they do a great job.
More information, you can get all the events, all the details, and hey, come out to the parade on Thursday.
Yes.
It is an exciting time for folks to be involved. You can go to walkercountyfair.com.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Viola.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to step aside, take a break. Hey, keyword Karen came up with is a great keyword, rodeo, and we are giving away some Cafe Text and gift cards. And all you got to do is text in rodeo along with your name to 936-339-0139. That is on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. We'll take a brief break. Karen rejoins us. We'll talk more about things happening here in Huntsville. Also, what is it today of? What is it the National Day of? And a few other little fun facts for you. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Looking for the perfect office space? Drive success with premier office spaces in Huntsville at Huntsville Executive Office Suites. Raven Property Management has moved in and we're on site ready to give you a tour at 2503 Lake Road. Whether you're a startup, small business, or an established company, our Class A offices provide the professional environment you need to thrive. Flexible leases, modern amenities, and a prime location. This is where business gets done. Execute your success today. Visit huntsvilleworkspace.com to schedule your tour.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville. Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
Yeah, welcome back there. Hey Karen, I want to get you a CB radio for your car, all right? You want one? Oh, did I mute you? Look, I did it again. Shh. I'm so sorry.
He really doesn't want me talking today.
I know. You don't want a CB radio?
No, I don't.
Join the CB club with Rick and I and Billy.
I don't even want to know.
Hey, I joined. Now, I can't go into the details. Because you're not supposed to. But I joined the Elks Club. It's pretty cool.
The Elks Lodge?
I'm an elk.
My dad was a member there.
I'm an official elk now. Mm-hmm. So Billy had brought the apple. In fact, we have them right here. Billy brought these one day.
Oh, is he an elk?
Yeah, in a commercial break, he pushed it over to me. He goes, "Here, fill this out." I said, "What is it?" He goes, "Do you believe in God?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "You an American?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Then you're a candidate."
Yeah.
But it is a great organization.
Yeah, it is.
And I want to encourage, it's really neat. You know, that's another thing about Huntsville, Karen. We have so many organizations that you can be a part of.
Yes, we do.
If you're not careful, you'll sign up for everything.
Exactly, you will. Yep.
But
if you can't say no.
Rotary Club, Lions Club. I don't know if we have an Optimist Club.
We did. Joe Smith was, I think, in charge of that. You know, tall Joe Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is there a Toastmasters here in Huntsville?
There used to be a Toastmasters because I was on it.
Were you really?
Yes.
What was that like?
But it dissolved, and I hated that. Kay Douglas was kind of in charge of it, and then I contacted her, and we kind of brought it back to life there for a short time, but we just couldn't get any, couldn't make any traction, get any members. But I really, really enjoyed it, and it'd be nice if we could do that again.
Does that help, like with speaking?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What was it kind of like? Can you give us some insight?
Well, the reason that I sought it out was because I had to do I went to a credit union management school, and part of your project or part of what you have to do is a speech about why you want to implement something in your business and all that. So, and I wasn't a very good public speaker. I didn't really like that very much, and so that's why I joined it, to try to help me gain confidence on speaking in public and speaking, to crowds and things like that. So, but it died out, and I hate that it did that, because it was really enjoyable. So if anybody's interested in getting that back together, let me know. You have to contact, Toastmasters, the national people, and get back your charter and all that stuff. So it's a process. It's not just let's get together and talk. It's a thing.
So let Karen know that you'd like to do it, but Karen ain't going to do it. So
yeah,
you just let
somebody
her
else is going to be in charge. I'll show up, though.
That's like our WCRC group. It's our Walker County Referral Cooperative. It was when we moved to Huntsville, I really wanted to start a BNI here. Mm-hmm. And this is nothing competing with the chamber or anything like that. We just the BNI is Business Network International is such a great group. and they're all over the place.
Yes.
The problem is it's kind of pricey.
It is expensive. Yeah.
But it's worth it if you if you have the resources. And I joined it. It was very hard for me financially, but I joined it. And our group there in Georgetown, we were passing because you track the referrals.
You have to do referrals, whereas some of that stuff you just hand out a piece of paper, but they don't really hold you accountable, and BNI really does.
Yeah, and it was cool, and it ended up, man, we were doing between 30 and 40,000 a month between us in referrals, which was incredible. And so when I moved back, there was a lady that used to be here in town that helped welcome me here, and she and I had wanted to start that. Well, once we met with the BNI chapter, they came. I was like, well, we ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah.
So that's ultimately how the WCRC started. The reason I brought that up is because I wanted to see that grow and flourish, and we've had incredible people that lead that. I didn't want to lead it, honestly. I just wanted to kind of help get the idea going, get people involved, and then step back. And I think maybe that's where, here's some inspiration this morning. Maybe some of you have some really good ideas of things that you want to do in a community. Maybe you want to bring back the Toastmasters.
That would be great if anybody is interested in that. I would love to bring that back. The dues, I don't believe, I can't remember what they were, but they weren't outrageous. And it's worth it if to help you gain confidence speaking or, you know, things like that. So it was really neat. So if anybody's interested in doing that, I'd love to get it back.
Yeah, get it going. And maybe you've got an idea for a different project, and the inspiration is don't feel like you have to do everything. I know sometimes I'm the kind of person that I've really had to learn how to break that. It's not that I didn't trust people. It's just like I always wanted to feel like, man, I've got to be able to run this and do it. And I've learned, especially over the last 4 or 5 years, you have to step back and give other people there are people that are hungry that want to do things. Give them the chance to do it and watch it flourish.
Absolutely.
If I tried to remain in charge of that WCRC stuff, man, they probably wouldn't be a 501c6 now. Nelson Amaya came in. Nelson's a great man from Nelson Amaya's Collision. And he said, hey, I think we need to start charging dues. If I was running that, I wouldn't want to do that. But now it makes sense because you have to have financial resources to do things as an organization. Right. And it's not much, $100 a year, and it goes a long way. So what I'm saying is, if you've got ideas, it's good to protect your ideas, because I've had ideas that I haven't protected, and other people are like, oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to run with that. So be protective of your ideas, but find people who you can trust to help you with those ideas and let them flourish. Let them help build that.
Right, and stick to your bylaws. I mean, if you have an attendance requirement, then, make those people attend, because that's the biggest thing about some groups. I mean, I'm not, pointing any fingers or anything, but, if you're going to be involved in something, then you need to be present and do your part. So I'll just leave that there.
Put the WWE SmackDown on.
Exactly.
Them,
exactly.
You better show up.
Yeah.
I got a call. It was, in our group, and I got a call one day, and it was like, hey, man, you haven't been, and, if you don't come one more time, you're out. And I didn't get offensive to it. I told I said, thank you for holding me accountable and for making sure that I'm there. And so guess what? I made sure that I was there the next time.
I mean, you can throw money at anything, but you've got to do your part. And invest your time and your talent to whatever it is that you're a part of.
That's right. Well, Karen, a lot happening here in Huntsville. It's great to have Viola on. I've heard about her. I've never met her before. And just an incredible person doing a lot with the Walker County Fair Association. I know you're involved in organizations similar, such as Go Texan.
Yes.
Let us know a little bit about what's been going on, and y'all are getting ready for some things as well.
We are. We have our crawfish boil coming up May the 3rd, and we're only selling tables, no individual tickets. So you can do a sponsorship. If you want to do a sponsorship, we need to know that pretty quick, because there's some advertising opportunities there. But otherwise, it's a table of 8, $300. It's all you can eat crawfish. We will have some fish, hush puppies, and things like that for people that don't eat crawfish. It is BYOB, and we're going to have a band, and it's going to be a good time. So if you're interested in buying a table, please contact me or anyone else on the committee.
BYOB means bring your own booty. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. Bring your own booty and your booze.
we used to say, there was a thing in church that we'd always say, and one of my former pastors would always say this. He would say, we need butts and seats. That was his motto. Right. So find a seat and sit in it. That's always good. Go Texan, though, doing some great work. And again, here's another organization providing scholarships for youth.
Yes, this last year we gave out $34,000 in scholarships to Walker County students. So it's really, really amazing. And you don't have to be a part of FFA or anything like that. People have that. People think that, but you don't. You don't have to be involved in ag. You don't have to be involved in any of that. Just be a graduating senior, fill out the application, and fill out the requirements on there and meet those requirements, and we'll help you out. We'd love to help you out.
I'm going to tell you, especially parents, that have children that are getting ready to graduate high school and moving on to college and those kind of things, don't ever feel like there's no opportunities out there. There are so many opportunities to get your children involved, not only in organizations, but also an opportunity to get scholarships. I went. There was something at HISD. I didn't get to go this year, but last year I went. And I don't want to misrepresent the numbers, but I think it was $2.1 million.
The award ceremony?
Yes.
It was a lot.
$2.1 million.
Yep.
There was over 300 scholarships. You guys at Walker County Federal provide one.
Yes, we do. Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. If you get out and look, you've got to have the effort. You've got to get up and move. I've always said you got to have action. You got to act on action. If you don't act, you're not going to find any action. And the thing is, 300 plus scholarships, 2.1 million. There's a pool out there that's waiting for you. You just have to go find it.
Right.
So if you've got a young one that's ready to move on to college, go out and look for those, because I grew up in Williamson County, which is a large county now, and I don't even remember that many opportunities for scholarships.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Which was awesome. And again, Walker County Federal is a big part of helping to bring a lot of these things to pass here in Huntsville. Karen, I know did you do anything this year? Do you ever go down and do anything with the Houston Rodeo? Do you ever get to go down there and be a part of that in any capacity?
Oh, yeah, we go every year. Walker County Area Go Texan goes every year because we participate in the cook-off.
That's right. And is that already over?
That's already over.
How did it go this year?
It was great. Yes, it was awesome.
Is it like a cook-off between other Go Texans?
It is, and there are some just regular community barbecue teams. It's not all Area Go Texans, but most all the Area Go Texans are there, and then some other teams. But yes, it's a lot of fun. In fact, that's when Irma fell and twisted her ankle and broke her foot.
I miss Irma.
Yes. Miss her driving by.
Yeah, she used to honk at us. And I met the new guy. He's opening up this artisan craft and supply store where Paul Oley was there. He's renovating the whole thing.
Okay.
We put an article up on the website. His name's Michael. Great guy, by the way. I'm going to see if maybe I can work out a deal with him where I can install the Irma cam.
Yeah.
I just want to have the Irma cam out there up front. Well, a few things happening that I wanted to go over today, and they're Hamus. Where did that come from? I was trying to say Harry and famous. It came out as Hamus. Harry Houdini, the famous magician and escape artist, born back in 1874. Did you ever enjoy watching any magic growing up or anything?
Yeah, I thought that was neat.
That's my favorite thing. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I really do like the America's Got Talent, and my favorite acts are the magic acts. And then what I hate about the internet is I go on the internet and I say, how did so-and-so do this? And then I find out how they did it, and then it's not magic anymore.
Yeah.
But it is pretty neat, though. On this date, in 1932, a radio show was broadcast for the first time from a moving train. Think about how technology's changed now with cell phones. We can move around and do anything anywhere. That was a big deal back then. 1981, the late-night TV show Nightline debuted. Is that still on, Nightline? We watch Dateline.
I watch Dateline, yes. That's a permanent channel on my TV.
It is on our, every night there's Dateline going on.
I love it.
In fact, I told Bridget, I said, sweetheart, I like there to be quiet in the room. I don't like noise and TV, but I've had to learn. I've had to learn. And sweetheart, I love you, so you gotta do what you do.
Yeah.
I've had to learn to go to sleep with the TV on.
On Dateline.
And it's on Dateline. And man, there's some stuff on Dateline. And I was watching it one night, and Mr. Jeter was on. He was our.
Yes, I've seen him on there.
And now he's over at Trinity. You know, I think he's their police chief over there. Is that Steve Jeter? I think is his name.
Steve Jeter, yes, such a great guy.
He was the police that would travel with us with the universities, with Sam Houston State University Police Department also. And so when we would travel, he would be there. And I got to know Steve through Brian Adams. Steve was a great guy. And, you know, I ran into him the other day, my wife and I. We were eating at Yummy Yummy again. We were leaving Yummy Yummy, and he was coming in, and I bumped into him. I kind of, one of those weird things where you bump him, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I know that guy. And then I was like, Steve, how you doing? Almost didn't recognize him. And I said, man, the craziest thing, my wife and I were watching a Dateline episode 2 weeks ago. You were in it. And he just real humbly, oh, yeah, I've done a couple of those.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat when it hits home. Do you remember this? Boy, 1989 when the Exxon Valdez had that horrible oil spill.
I didn't remember it was 89, but I do remember.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
So, boy, that was a big deal. Of course, I was really little then, but what I remember, the heartbreaking images of those poor birds with toothbrushes and people in little pools cleaning them off.
Yes.
It was terrible. Well, hey, it's your day today. You know why?
Why?
It's National Cocktail Day today.
Oh, yay.
And it's my day today because I like cheesesteaks, even though I don't get to eat them often. It's National Cheesesteak Day and also National Chocolate-Covered Raisin Day. Not a big fan of that, though.
I like them.
You like chocolate-covered raisins? Not a fan of that. Peyton Manning, 49 years old today, which is crazy to think about. That's really the only famous one that I can think of there. The Warner Brothers cartoon cat, Sylvester the cat. He's 80 years old today.
Wow.
Boy, that cat's had 9.
He does have 9 lives.
A ton of 9 lives, yeah. Some news over the weekend. You guys saw this. Some pretty heartbreaking news. George Foreman, a 2-time heavyweight boxing champion, Olympic gold medalist, has died. He was 76 years old.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
So pretty sad. And not a lot of folks know this man. If you're in the broadcasting world, you do. Bill Mercer was one of the greats, especially in Texas, as a broadcaster. And he mentored some of the biggest names in college broadcasting here in Texas, including Bill Schoening, who's with the San Antonio Spurs, Brad Sham, who is the voice of the Dallas Cowboys, Craig Way, who's the radio voice of the Texas Longhorns, many others. He had passed away. Mr. Mercer passed away, 99 years old.
Wow.
And I had an opportunity 2 years ago. We were trying to connect and do a podcast together. He was in a adult care facility, and we had talked. And he said, "Well, I'll have to get my daughter to help. I'm hard of hearing," but he wanted to do it. And I feel so bad because he and I never got around to getting that done. And so I want to encourage you. There's something today that probably you're thinking about that you need to do. Do it, because there's going to come a day when you can't do it anymore.
Right. That's right.
One of those other things that I so regret is my grandmother. She and I always said we were going to sit down and record and talk. We never got to do it. Never got to do it. And to this day, with all the technology, and especially the amount of pictures and video I take, I have not been able to find but 1 or 2 little videos of my grandma. And I wish that I could have more, moving and talking from my grandmother. So don't wait around. Do it. Kelly Clarkson, she's been absent lately. She didn't explain why, but she did return to her daytime show last Thursday for its 1,000th episode. She has been out for a while. DoorDash and Klarna, they're partnering up so you can order that food and then make monthly payments on it. Klarna,
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
really?
Don't do this. We're sitting next to a financial person here. Don't do that.
Don't charge your DoorDash.
That is crazy. Do you ever DoorDash or any of that kind of stuff?
I have a couple of times, yes. If I'm at the office and I can't leave, and I have to be really be hungry because it's really expensive. But I have done it a couple of times.
Man, I'll get like Chipotle, so it's like $30.
It's ridiculously high.
I can't do that, man. Today's impossible question, Karen. Here it is. Research shows that doing this while shopping can make you spend more money.
Drinking.
What?
Alcohol.
No. But there is something that could make you spend more money. That probably would, but there's something that could make you spend more money while shopping, and it is something that you do while you're shopping that will make you spend more money. So that is singing, possibly. I guess you're happy. You want to
skipping.
We'll get back to it in a minute. Did you know that only 4 of people have never heard of Netflix. 96% of people have. There's still 4%. I can't believe anybody's never heard of it.
Really? Wow.
4%. Nearly 1 out of 10 adults say pretzel rods was the food that was the most fun to eat when they were a kid. The little pretzel rods said that was the most fun food to eat.
Okay.
I would say Jell-O, which Jell-O is the most fun for me to eat. Etiquette experts say that using more than 3 emojis at once is rude. Do you ever use emojis in text messages? You ever use more than 3?
No.
Then you're not rude.
Yeah, usually just one. Sometimes 2, but mostly 1.
Of the homes that have decks, 80% of them have safety issues. People don't ever get their decks checked out. You see videos on the internet, on
Rotten
YouTube.
boards or a fence that's, not a fence, but
the railing there.
yes, that's loose or something like that. Yeah.
I've seen countless videos on YouTube of people having parties on their decks and the decks collapse. So if you got a deck, make sure you don't want to be one of those 80%. 1 in 5 people, you better not do this, but I've been guilty of it. I'm just going to be honest, and I'll explain in a minute. 1 in 5 people have thrown trash out of the window while driving. I'm guilty of it, and I'm not talking like plastic bags or any of that. I haven't done that. But if I'm eating a banana and I'm on the highway,
you throw the peel out.
I'll throw the peel out. And I don't even think, and Bridget one day was like, why did you just do that? I said, it's just biodegradable. She's like, no, you can't do that. Someone had got arrested or got ticketed at a McDonald's in one community because they were in the parking lot eating a banana. They went to McDonald's. I don't know how they got a banana. I guess they had one in the car, but they threw the peel. Someone saw it. The officers came and gave them a $400 fine for littering in the McDonald's parking lot.
That's a hefty fine for a banana peel.
You ever thrown a banana peel out the window?
I haven't. But I don't know that I've eaten a banana driving down the road either. So
you eat apples?
I do like apples. Yeah, but I don't think I've ever
thrown
eaten an apple while driving.
Thrown the core out? Yeah. There you go. If you've thrown an apple core or a banana peel out the window, welcome to my world. Let's head over to the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. Don't let me forget about that impossible question, Karen. We will get to that in a moment.
Okay.
But let's head over to that 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We got a winner today.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Is this Rod?
I don't think so. This is...
Oh.
My name's Jeremiah Jones, calling from the Warranty Replacement Program.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. It's Rob.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay.
You sound too...
It was really weird because I just bought a car this weekend, so I was like,
Oh, what make did you buy?
A Ford Ranger.
Oh, this is Jeremiah calling about your Ford Ranger. See, we could have got away with it. Oh, Karen, here, I'll turn it up. Here you go. I could have got away with this, Karen. So
yeah, you could have.
Yeah, I could have got away with it. This I didn't have the speaker turned up, so Karen didn't hear you, but I was joking, saying, it's your warranty. Well, she goes, you know what? I actually bought a car this weekend. Oh. Who are we speaking with today?
This is Dottie.
Dottie. Have we met before, Dottie?
No, we have not.
We have not. Well, awesome. Well, how'd you find out about our show this morning?
Viola.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
All right. Well, Dottie.
We got a new listener. Thank you, Viola.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. You get a Cafe Texan gift card today. How about that, Dottie?
Excellent.
Are you involved with the Fair Association also?
No, I am not.
Okay. Not involved. But so no one's voluntold you yet then is what's happened.
Well, kind of, sort of, Viola, but, hey.
Awesome. How long have you been here in Huntsville?
I'm going on my 3rd year.
3rd year. Cool.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Well,
Glad you're here.
Yeah, good play. If you don't mind me asking, where did you move from?
Corpus Christi.
Ah, okay, cool. I don't know if I've met anyone from Corpus yet. The other day we had someone call in. They had moved here from Oregon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never heard of anybody moving from Oregon to Huntsville. So, well, awesome, Dottie. Well, congratulations. We'll text you after the show about how you can pick that up. And Karen is here from Walker County Federal Credit Union, and she has a question for you.
Dottie, tell us what you're thankful for.
I'm thankful for being here and around my parents to help take care of my mom.
Oh, awesome.
Well, amen to that. Well, Dottie, congratulations. Thanks for watching today. And, hey, we hope you'll watch more often, okay?
Okay, will do.
All righty. Have a blessed day. Thanks again.
Thank you, Dottie.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well,
Cool.
that's nice.
I
We had a
love
new
that.
person
I love
win.
that.
I love it.
Whenever we got, guests on, new people watch.
Yes,
So.
that's awesome.
All right, well, the impossible question is this. Research shows that doing this while shopping can make you spend more money. You said having something to drink, a beverage of the adult nature. The answer, holding a warm drink in your hand.
Really?
So if you have your coffee and you're shopping.
I'm thinking more of a cold drink.
Yeah, that's what I would
Not a
think.
warm one.
There you go. Here's a weird question real quick. How many times a day do you brush your teeth? I brush my
Twice.
teeth in the evening and in the morning.
Twice.
But the dentist will tell you you're supposed to do it at lunch too.
Yeah.
I can't
Or
do
every
that.
time you eat something.
I can't do
yeah.
that. I only do it twice. Here's one other one. Never mind. That's dumb. We won't do it. There's like 7 of them. We got to go.
Okay.
All right. Well, Karen, thank you.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Remind us again, Monday, what's happening tonight?
See you tonight, 6:30 trivia at Rodeo. Come join us. You can win some neat prizes.
Yeah.
You can win either a free drink, free appetizer, free dessert, and if you win the round, first, second, or third, you get cash gift card for Rodeo. So it's awesome.
And if you are horrible at trivia like me, Karen will still make you
I
feel
will
like you're
still
knowledgeable.
cheer you on.
Because I have been the all-time worst at rodeo trivia. It's complete.
And we don't ask really difficult things, so
It's complete.
just come
ignorance.
give us a shot. See what you think.
No, they're pretty difficult for
No,
me.
they're not.
For me. For anyone else, y'all will get it. Hey, that'll wrap it up. Big thank you again to Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union. Please go by and see them when it comes to your financial matters, whether you need a new account, a business, maybe an individual, a joint account, or you're looking for that loan for your business or a personal loan. Walker County Federal Credit Union has got you covered. If there's something they can't do, they're going to straight up tell you, hey, we can't do this, but they will point you in the right direction. That's why I trust my money and my accounts with folks who go the extra mile and treat you as a person, not as a number, and they have all those big bank resources without the big banking attitude. So go by and see them. They will take care of you. That'll wrap it up as I end every show, reminding you we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. Somebody out there this morning needs you. Thanks for hanging out, Karen. We'll see you next time.
See you next week.